Hello, I'm Linda, and today I am going to show you how Exelsys handles absence management, tailored to different locations, entitlements, and rules. We'll walk through the process from both an employee and an admin perspective. First, let's start with the absences dashboard. Dashboards offer your organization a comprehensive overview of business health in a single-page snapshot, highlighting benchmarks and essential corporate metrics and data. The absences dashboard displays the current number of employees absent and other key performance indicators for the selected date range. A specific country, location, or an organizational unit can be selected, and then you can specify specific dates to be applied. Absent today displays the number of employees absent on the working date set in the system, typically is the current date unless modified. On sick leave, we can view the number of sick leave instances within the selected date range. On vacation displays the number of vacation leave occurrences. In Bradford Factor, we can view the Bradford Factor score for the company. And on unplanned absence, we can see the number of unplanned absence occurrences within the selected date range included in the Bradford Factor calculation. Useful metrics related to the absences module are available under the KPI line. The Detail tab provides additional metrics and a quick view of the list of all employees absent today. Now, let's start with Nicole, a simple user accessing the system via the mobile application. Nicole can view her current absence balances under the Absences tab. She can also select Absence Planner to see on a calendar view the leave requested and/or taken by employees of the same department. Nicole needs to request a holiday leave, and she can only see specific types of leaves according to her contract type and location. For instance, she can view options like annual leave and sick leave, but not business trip that has been specified only for manager contracts. The calendar includes only her working days and times. Public holidays and weekends, if entered into the employee's calendar, will be automatically deducted from her leave balance. The system also calculates the correct working hours per day, if configured to do so. Documents related to this request can be uploaded. For example, a doctor's certificate can be uploaded when requesting sick leave. Moreover, details can be entered in the notes box, to be seen by the approving manager, as an explanation of why you want to take time off. Upon submission, an email notification is sent to the manager for approval or rejection. Nicole will also receive an email notifying her if her request has been approved or rejected. The manager can approve or reject this request from the email without having to log in into the system. Now let's see what a user is viewing when accessing the full user interface. The user can view all their absence-related information through the Leave and Absences widget. This widget displays the user's current absence balance and the amount already used. It also provides a quick way to submit an absence request. Additionally, the user can click on View Balances to see his balances for different types of absences. By clicking on Absence Requests, the user can review the history of their absence requests and check the status of each one from Absence Requests table. He can enter a new request as previously described, or recall a previously submitted request. If the user is a manager, he will find the call to action notifications in the right panel. This section allows managers to view all pending requests from their team. While managers can approve or reject requests via email as previously demonstrated, they can also use this feature to manage pending requests directly. Managers can also view their team's vacation balances by selecting the My Employees Vacations option from My Team menu. Planned absences can be viewed by selecting the Absences Planner, which can be found either under the Absence Management menu or by searching for it in the search form box. The Absences Planner will then appear as shown. The system will by default show the list of people in your team or department unless other permissions have been granted. Now, let's switch to the full user interface as an administrator. As an administrator, you have permissions to manage employee absences. This can also be assigned to managers or other designated personnel. In the drop-down list, the administrator can see all employees. This is controlled by access permissions. Selecting a specific type of leave, such as holiday leave, defines the unit in days, while other types of leaves might be set in hours. The available types of absences can differ among employees. For Nicole, business trip is not visible, but it is available for Linda, who is a manager. The system identifies if an absent employee is a manager, prompting the selection of a delegate. Any requests during this period will be directed to the new delegate without altering standard rules. Each record shows the approval history. For example, here we can see the approval flow created for the special leave. Different approval rules can be applied based on employees' grades, location, position, organizational units, and by employee name. Administrators or authorized employees can create adjustment records affecting employee balances. Using the employee absences form, you can increase or decrease entitlements, brought forward balances, or the number of used days. General rules regarding entitlements can be defined in a separate table called absence entitlements, and can be applied based on employees' grades, position, contract type, by employee name and years of service. Exelsys HCM allows you to record various absence types, referred to as causes of absence, such as vacation, sick leave, maternity leave, unpaid leave, and more. For each cause of absence, you can establish the general rules that dictate its behavior. In the location field, you can specify a cause of absence with unique settings for each location. The calculation type offers 3 options. Decreasing, for absences with defined entitlement days, where the balance decreases. Increasing, for other types of leave not subject to entitlement days, starting with a 0 balance and decreasing as days are taken, and apportioned, for entitlements accrued monthly or based on days worked. In the units field, enter the units of measure employees will use for this specific cause of absence. The end year field is where you define the end date of the holiday year. In the days to count field, choose either working or calendar to specify the type of absence. In the effective date field, set the date from which this leave type will be valid. Leave the expiry date field blank unless you want this leave type to be removed from the available options after a certain date. Select the use of self-service function to make this absence type available for employees to request through self-service. If not selected, only administrators will be able to enter leave requests for this type, and it will not appear on the employees available list. Then choose whether to include absences with this cause of absence in the Bradford factor calculation. Open-ended absences. These are absences where the end date is unknown at the time of entry. For instance, some companies require sick leave to be open-ended because the return date is not usually known initially. In Balance Rules tab, we decide if the remaining balance of this cause of absence can be carried forward to the next year. Carried forward percentage. This is applicable only if the type is decreasing. Specify the percentage of the remaining balance that can be carried forward. Yearly ceiling. We enter the maximum amount, in the base unit of measure, that can be carried forward from one year to the next. Carried forward ceiling. Applicable only if the type is decreasing. This is the maximum amount that can be carried forward to the next year. Balance expires on. If the carried forward leave is not used by the employee and if it expires on a certain date, then you need to run the absence expiration adjustment function to enforce this. In Controls and Validations tab, we can set the minimum and maximum values for absence requests. Use reason code to allow employees to select a specific reason for their leave. Restrict unit of measure can be used to set a specific unit of measure for this type of leave. Limit to balance. Prevents users from exceeding their absence balances. Select the Requires attachment to require users to attach documents when requesting this type of absence. Then, you can define if this type of leave will be interfaced with payroll, and finally, you assign the contract types that can view and use this type of absence. Thank you for watching. We hope this gives you a clear understanding of how Exelsys efficiently manages employee absences. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to send an email and we will try to reply to you as soon as possible. Exelsys HCM simplifies human capital management.